Just a reminder, this is the first round of our preseason QRLS tournament, so lots of rounds to come after this. But that's going to be a quick goal on the side against Speed Demons, as Norm is just going to win the kickoff straight up. Goes past Taz. I don't even know if they just lifted or what that was. But
unfortunate whiff by Taz. Those kickoff goals can be random, but you don't want to start off, especially as Speed Demons already coming in as underdogs, immediately just giving one up like that. It's brutal.
Yeah, definitely not the best way to start a series. Pretty much just down 1-0 automatically. But we'll see Longneck going in the air. I don't know if he can do too much in it, but he'll try.
Dave trying to create something, but Norm's going to clear it, and it's going to go the other way. But Dave's going to try to get it out, but it's going to go to long net. Cleared in front, but ball's still there, but Taz will clear it away. Quick shot, but Masamune takes care of it, fairly routine. And now Dave trying to make something happen. Cannot.
A lot of back and forth action here, which is nice to see. You know, you see that first kickoff goal in the first 6 seconds, and then you wonder if things are going to change. But Norm being able to make it 2-0 off a good 50 off the corner, the almost team pass from Joe to Norm, puts it top left, and that's just Speed Demons caught on the back foot again.
Unfortunate, but you know, we did hard to say. We couldn't expect this. We just hope that there'd be some sort of more of a defensive front, but I haven't really seen too much strong offense. Like I said, though, Dave did just get a nice shot, but it was cleared away. Long neck going for an aerial off the post, and Joe Papa's gonna tap it in.
Yeah, it's always good to see Joe getting the goals, lowest rated member of the Hammerheads team there. And I mean, a lot of times you're only as good as your lowest player. And, you know, if you're getting your lowest guy scoring goals, contributing pretty meaningfully, I mean, that's a sign of a good team right there. They're punishing with this 3-0 lead. At least here in game one, still got 30 minutes left, so anything can happen. But Norm's playing well with the defense. That's what you like to see out of your high-rated player. We'll see if Speed Demons can get some momentum back, though. You have plenty of time, but they do got to start climbing now.
As with a good save there, Dave trying to carry on the offense. He's going to keep it in. Masamune with the shot. Doesn't go. Dave still maintaining possession. Over the head and trying to shoot, but long neck's there. Taz still with it. Cleared away. Masamune keeping it in the offensive half, but Norm is going to carry this now to the net, but Taz is there for the save.
Joe Papa misreading that one, but he's got his teammates back him up, at least long next there. Dave, I don't know, backtracking, he didn't get to the ball, but Hammerhead's just applying the pressure. They've definitely got the pressure as Longneck's going to put one in. And every member of Hammerheads with a goal, 4-0, still half the game remaining. And I mean, early on they're showing that the power rankings might be fairly accurate. You know, we got the 1 seed versus the 16 seed, and I mean,
yeah, it is best of 5, so anything can happen.
Yeah, plenty of time for Speed Demons. You kind of want to give them something to hold on to, but so far it just hasn't been showing too much, I guess, bright spots, really, you know.
Back on the offense now, but Longneck's going to clear that away relatively short order. Taz gets demoed, but Dave is there to pick it up. Joe Papa with the tackle, though, but nothing comes of it. Long neck, though, can't do anything, and Dave's going to carry it into the offensive half. No flick, but it does get center, but cleared away. Very good by Norm. Taz trying to take care of it. Does so. The ball's going to slowly bounce away. Norm's going to keep it in the Speed Demons half. Taz once again with the clear. Taz has been doing all right in his rookie showing. He's definitely, there's some flashes there, but I want to see a little bit more on offense. Uh, if he's gonna help Speed Demons not get swept, maybe even challenge for the win, need to see some more offensive contribution, because right now he's been doing a fairly alright job on defense, barring that one kickoff whiff.
Yeah, like you said, he's doing all right. But you kind of need your kind of heavy guy there, your top loaded guy. You kind of want him to be playing great. And we have seen the flashes. He had some nice air dribble showing promises. Could just be nerves coming out for his first league match, first match with Speed Demons, rookie season. So pretty new to the league. Nobody knows. Is Dave's gonna get it done? Could be an opportunity, but nobody there on the side of Speed Demons to follow it up. That's gonna go over Masamoon, and that's gonna be 5-0. Just a brutal game one for Speed Demons, but I mean, Hammerheads, they'll take it, you know? They'll do as good as they can be expected.
At this point now, this game, you take the game one loss, but I still want to see a fight. I still want to see Speed Demons trying to get a goal, try to get some momentum built up to come back into game two a little bit stronger. What you can't do though is concede a goal here, and they don't, thankfully. But not a lot of fight, not a lot shown by Speed Demons offensively. Seen some flashes from Taz, some good mechanics, but overall we're going to need to see a lot more. Otherwise, I don't have good hope that this series is going to see a fourth game.
Yeah, I mean, it's a brutal first game. 5-0, just no goals. I mean, if you side of Speed Demons, there's not much to look forward to. I mean, not get scored on in the first 4 seconds is maybe a goal for next game. Score a goal at all, also a good goal, but not a lot of reason to believe for that. But
And not
I
to take
mean,
anything away from Hammerheads defensively, 5 shots recorded by Speed Demons, 4 saves on the side of Hammerhead. So it definitely didn't feel like that in the moment, but there was a little bit. It just, the chances have to be better. Enough
yeah,
said.
yeah, for sure. I do think, I think, I'm hoping at least that we'll see Taz kind of fill into his spot a bit more, see more out of him. He's played great. Dave and Masamoon haven't really done too much either, but I think they're getting warmed up, getting used to each other. Because you can see a little bit of disconnect between them. So maybe as the series goes on, we'll see that connect. But Norm's going to keep this away. Dave with the center might be an opportunity as Speed Demons do land their first goal with Taz with a great pass from Dave.
There we go. That is what we wanted to see. Dave with a good pass. Taz, it's a little bit routine, but we need to see that more. We need to see more flashes, or else we're starting to lose hope. But there is chance, after all, that this series does go longer than 3 games.
Yeah, I mean, that first game had you thinking it'd be a perfect sweep almost. 5-0 with very little offense from Speed Demons, but they pick up the first goal here. They get their first team goal as well, and with the lead in game 2.
Norm takes to the sky, but Masamune meets him. Ball bounces still in midfield, but Taz is going to try to carry it up. Can't does so. Dave centers it, cleared away. Masamune's back there, though, for take 2. Norm with the clear. And we're kind of seeing early flashes again. Hammerheads isn't letting up. There is still offense from Hammerheads, but now I feel like Speed Demons are meeting it a little bit better. Also helps that they're creating a lot better chances.
Yeah, definitely. I don't know if it's the confidence of being up a goal, which allows them to play a bit more free, but it seemed like in the first game they were almost playing to not get scored on as they kept letting them all in. They just wanted to stop the bleeding, I guess. But now we're actually seeing them be quick to the balls, put some offense on. beat out some Hammerheads to the plays, but Hammerheads are keeping good pressure for the moment. We'll see if they can tie it up here.
Joe Papa sending that into the Speed Demon zone, going for a center off the corner. Taz with the clear to Dave, but Dave can't get to the pass. Norm to Longneck, but met by Masamune. A little bit of a whiff there, but Dave will carry it out of the, clear it out of the Hammerheads to the Hammerhead zone. Lingering around midfield now. Masamune will take it back into the offensive zone. Can't do anything. Norm gets it the other way. And we have not seen Hammerheads with real threatening offense for this past minute and a half here. Seems like almost kind of a mirror of game one, except for the score.
Yeah, early goal, and then after that, a lot of back and forth right now. I think the Hammerheads, though, you can see they, at least from my perspective, they seem like they got a bit more chemistry between the players. They're playing around each other a bit more. Missing some dives, though, as that's going to lead to another goal by Speed Demons, as Masamune's going to put this away. Getting past Joe off the pass from Dave yet again. Got 2 assists for him. But, I mean, Hammerhead's looking a lot different than game 1. Had all the pressure, and now they're down 0-2.
Yeah, that was just over the head of Longneck. Couldn't do much about that. But like you said on that point of more chemistry, the Speed Demons, I feel like that team play you'd see like in a solo queue ranked lobby. There's definitely some team play there, but it's not anything special. They're not like connecting with each other as well. It could also be because Taz is a rookie and hasn't played with any of these players up until this point, at least in any sort of matches. But Hammerhead's a lot more team play, a lot more playing to each other, trying to move the ball around, and yeah, that worked for them well in game 1, and it's the defensive lapses that I feel have been the main contributor to the scoreline, more so than any sort of team play, team dynamic. As we saw in game 1, early defensive lapses from the Speed Demons. Now this game 2, just unfortunate timing makes the Hammerheads down 0-2 here.
Yeah, and, I mean, Hammerheads aren't having a lot of pressure at the moment, so it's not seeming like they'll make the comeback. Still time, 40 seconds on the clock, but Speed Demons almost get away with another. Hammerheads just playing boom ball. Exactly. Dave with some great pressure. Speed Demons just look a lot more comfortable this game. They're not just like sitting on the back foot. They're being aggressive, beating for balls. Like, I've seen Dave go up for some aerials this game where first game he did not go for really much anything. His Hammerheads just scrambling, triple pivoting practically to get that out of net.
And the final seconds wind down. Again, it feels like it's a little bit of a reversal, but the only thing different is the scoreline. But Taz is going to cement the scoreline 3-0 game Speed Demons. And that might set some momentum in for game 3.
Yeah, that's definitely what we were hoping to see more out of Taz from game 1. Looks a lot more comfortable. They're getting some passes to each other. Kind of what you expect, but I mean, just a crazy turnaround. Hammerheads 5-0 the first game, and then Speed Demons 3-0 the next. 5 unanswered goals to 3 unanswered goals. I mean, we're going to game 3 here. Potential go for best of 5. We're not getting a sweep tonight, at least, so it's better than the power rankings might suggest. Maybe they're just getting used to each other, but who knows? Dave with 3 assists. Important to call out. Every single goal assisted from the side of Speed Demons.
And on the other side of the ball, we kind of felt in game 1 that Speed Demons didn't really have any offense. Game 2, Hammerheads had fewer shots than Speed Demons did. Speed Demons had 5 shots in game 1, Hammerheads 4 shots in game 2. Joe Papa completely absent from any sort of offensive production. You know, not necessarily a poor sign there. I mean, Joe Papa is not the highest ranked, he's the lowest ranked player on Hammerheads, but it could be a sign that, you know, there wasn't many opportunities there and many opportunities created on offense that Joe Papa could really come up and contribute. And he was kind of stuck, either always rotating. But just as I say that, Joe Papa decides to put a goal in to shut me up.
Yeah, I mean, Joe Pop is going to get the credit, but I mean, that's a bad, little awkward whiff from Masamune off the back wall. Joe's going to be there to put it in, which is great. Yeah, like you were saying, Joe not doing as much offensive in that game, too. To be fair, I think Speed Demons just looked a lot better play. It wasn't necessarily a Hammerheads playing a lot worse in game 2 than game 1, but I think Speed Demons just playing a lot better. Now, I think Hammerheads didn't play up to their game 1, but full credit to Speed Demons for that game 2, as Hammerheads a bit awkward here. But complete opposite. As Hammerheads were shut out in game 2, they pick up the quick one here. But we're going to get some fight back now. Hopefully a game is actually close, as Masamune's going to make up for that last backboard read and score one off the backboard himself.
Yeah. Two goals tapped in from about a meter out. As I see in game 3, game 1, game 2, both sides getting shut out. As I see some fight in game 3, some back and forth. The action's been back and forth, but I see the scoreline be back and forth as well, as Norm's going to immediately respond 16 seconds after Masamune scores. Norm's going to go ahead and put in a goal for Hammerheads.
Yeah, a little double fake from Joe Pop, and I believe that was Taz probably going for the 50. It leaves Norm with a good shot, and he placed it on target well. Got 2-1. It's the first game where both teams have actually scored. Still 4 minutes to go. It's a very high-scoring game at this rate, but we'll see if teams settle in a bit defensively, or if it's going to keep being a just offensive onslaught of shots on net.
Long neck, not quite able to read the ball off the bounce of the wall. Speed Demons is going to take over. Taz is going to be a centralized. A little bit of miscommunication. Masamune also going for that. Cleared away by Hammerheads. Dave clears it to the opposite corner. Long neck's there for it. Almost gets caught in the Rule 1. Doesn't quite. Taz carries it out. Long neck keeps it in. And then Masamune is going to get the proper clear here. Dave with a shot right off the post. That was a great chance to equalize, but not quite.
Dave with another of his quick aerials, what we were missing from game 1. Showed in game 2. He's continuing in game 3 here. We'll see if they can keep it up, as they're trying to get this equalizer here. Still plenty of time on the clock. Things have settled a bit more from the first quick goals here, as Norm fakes one out, but Masamune able to pick it up defensively, be there for his team. As Joe's going to take this to the corner. We'll see if Speed Demons can get much going. They look like they're all on 0 boost, as Taz picks up the corner. He'll get some, but a quick counterattack. And we're just getting some boom ball right now. Maybe both teams a little panicky, a little unsure what's going on at the moment. But another back wall shot, as Taz is there, but a great save from Joe. The back walls have really given teams offensive opportunities, just emphasizing how good and important that backboard defense can be sometimes.
Just want to re-emphasize how good of a save that was from Joe Papa.
Beautiful save.
Taz was dead to rights. Had the entire net to aim at. Joe Papa just jumping up with a prayer and able to come away with the save. And not only come away with the save, a lot of times that save just ends up in a goal 2 seconds later, but he's able to get it out, able to get it clear.
Oh no.
And whenever I shout out anything good defensively, usually that results in a goal, but not quite.
Yeah, just go and roll around the post, the crossbar, and then out. Almost 50 straight into the net. But nothing quite yet for Speed Demons. They would have liked that to tie it up. Hammerheads definitely hesitating as that crosses, not trying to own goal it, which, you know, I'd be okay. I kind of want to see an own goal this series. I feel like that gives it some life, you know. But long neck with the shot, the pass mid, pass there to respond, get it out. Dave's going to pick it up now. As Joe's being aggressive, gets to 50. We'll see what Norm can do here. Goes for the double, but cleared well by Masamune and Speed Demons.
Long neck trying to leave this for Joe Papa. Can't quite. Ball's going the other way. Now Taz trying to create an opportunity, but not quite. Masamune also tries, but it gets cleared away. Big clear by Long neck. And now the final 30 seconds, Taz and Dave linking up to get this ball clear, but Joe Papa's going to keep it in the offensive zone. Ball's going to bounce harmlessly, taken back to the offensive zone by Hammerheads. Norm pinning it in.
Oh.
Demo. Dave's able to clear. Can Dave
God.
create the counterattack? Not quite. It's going to bounce up. Long neck. Shot at the last second.
Oh.
Just missed by Masamune. And that's going to be game 3. Hammerheads takes series lead 2-1. A lot more competitive. And I got to say, even if it ends up not going Speed Demons' way at game 4, I think Speed Demons put on an incredible performance compared to what we were all expecting going in, especially what we were expecting from the power rankings.
Preseason power rankings are very unjustified, given that nobody has actually seen anybody play for the season. But still, like, definitely better than people kind of give him credit for. Definitely not a team rolling over here. But I do want to point out that towards the very end of that game, I don't know who it was, but Taz got demoed. Spammed the quick chats with nice demo, and then immediately spawned and got demoed again by Norm, which was hilarious. And if you're the side of Hammerheads, maybe you're looking at that and seeing, hey, some demos might tilt this guy Taz. You know he's the hard carry, or well, highest rated player on the side of Speed Demons. I mean, if you can get the highest rated player of any other team to be tilted, not be playing great, I mean, that might be a strategy to use there.
Yeah, good spot because I've had chat muted for 2 years now. So that could be a concern going into the season if demos are able to kind of tilt Taz. Maybe you'll start to see teams playing into that more. Start trying to get him riled up. Could be a good thing. Could get him to play suboptimally. Could be a poor thing. Could get him to lock in. But it's something.
As long as taking a great air dribble across, gets it over one. But Speed Demons now back on the counter just as quick. Hammerheads take it back. This is some back and forth gameplay, but not really great possessions back and forth. Mostly I hit to you, you hit to me. They hit it back, and somebody whiffs a save. As Longneck's gonna get pretty much one of the easiest goals he's gonna get. As Masamune just angled a little awkwardly, can't quite reach that save, but Hammerheads with the goal now. And up 2-1 in the series. Speed Demons need to win this game to keep fighting their life. So they're going to have to score some goal here if they want to keep going in this preseason tournament.
As far as routine chucks at the net go, that was actually fairly well placed. It was an unfortunate whiff, but you know, I see it like just a little scraping past the post, so it wasn't a bad placement. Yeah. Routine shot, just an unfortunate whiff. Yeah. Joe Papa is gonna take this in. Taz is gonna slow it down, try to dribble, but gets demoed. Hammerheads could be picking up on Taz potentially getting a little bit tilted, so see if Hammerheads continues that on. Again, these teams do play each other week 5, so maybe they're taking notes for future matchups.
I believe they'll face each other week 5 and then probably week 10. Could be wrong about that, but at least twice in the regular season. But so it'll be a good
5 and week 8. Norm with a pretty beautiful air dribble, making literally everybody on Speed Demons whiff there.
Norm will get you on those air dribbles. He's got him solid. It's not going to do too much resets with him, but he will air dribble, and you got to be able to defend him, or he's going to make you punished for it.
Long neck, trickling it out in front of the net. Nothing could come from it, but a little bit scary on the side of Speed Demons. Masamune trying to carry this into Hammerheads half. Will successfully do that, but lose possession in the process. Long neck attempting to clear. Doesn't do a good job. Taz is going to put it up above the net. Masamune takes it to the corner. Cleared away harmlessly. And we're back to Boom Ball.
Boom Ball is the staple of Rocket League among people that are nervous, not really sure what to do. Sometimes it is a good strategy. Sometimes it catches people out. If you got a team up against ball chasers, you know they're full sending, you can just clear it way above them, as that one's going to catch Joe Papa out, and Masamune's going to give some life to Speed Demons here, put him within one. And the door's still very much open. You got half this game to go, just catching Joe out. Great placement from Masamune.
Joe Papa caught cheating a little bit. Kind of want to stay back a little bit, especially if the ball's going to be in a dangerous area. Nobody's quite got possession of it. You got to always be worried about that shot. But no, that was an excellent placement by Masamune, catching Joe Papa out like that. Norm attempting to respond, but Dave will get the clear. Joe Papa's going to keep this in Speed Demons half. But Masamune is going to clear back. Long neck to Taz, to Joe Papa, to Masamune, to Norm. Oh, we love some
on different
ball.
teams every single time, by the way, that he's going out. Team passes, but to the different teams.
If you're not quite familiar, each one was going. Beautiful pass to an opposition player.
Sometimes you're quick to the ball, but you can't really keep possession. It doesn't matter. But Taz is going to punish Hammerheads, tie up the game. I believe it was some whiffs off the backboard read. Longneck and Norm both going for it, not quite reading. But beautiful finish from Taz. Reads his own pass, gets the goal, and ties it up. We'll see if they can push it to a game 5 here.
Yeah, that replay didn't necessarily do those two any favors, especially the slow motion right as they were crossing the camera, whiffing.
Beautiful double commit with.
It was a tricky, especially long neck coming off the wall, a little bit tricky, but you know, Norm redeeming himself a little bit by clearing that away. And again, handling a Masamune shot. Taz unable to put that back into Speed Demons or Hammerheads half, excuse me. Norm trying to get it center, but Masamune is going to take care of that. And Joe Papa with a questionable clear, but long neck bails him out.
Masamune with some backboard defense on that last play. Backboards have been causing a lot of goals and a lot of troubles for teams this series. At least we've seen a lot of goals. Just that last one off Taz, that one's a pass backboard. But see if Hammerheads can push it to game 5, or actually take the series. They're the ones up 2-1. Or Speed Demons got some life. Will this go to OT? It might be that way if they keep playing Boom Ball with 10 seconds left.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine Speed Demons trying to go for a last-second goal here, especially with the ball this deep in their half. But Dave will try. Can't quite catch the seam of the wall, though, and to overtime we go.
This is the first overtime of the series. Game 1, very lopsided. Game 2, very lopsided the other way. Game 3 was closer. And Game 4 is tied up here in regular. So good to see as the series goes on. Things are kind of smoothing out, evening out. But we'll see how long this one goes.
Long neck trying to get this center to Joe Papa, who's gonna put it in. A staple of Diamond to Champ. A little off the aerial, off the top of the wall, drops directly in front of the net. Easy finish. Hammerheads